I have the system prompts here. I've already go ahead and created a new project with the instructions for loading the multi-agent orchestrator. And then I've created just an empty chat here so we can get started. But let me go ahead and grab the system prompt. And this is for the AI specialist squad that was created with the prompt engineering architect. So please, I'm just going to load that agent in. All right, so it's all set to go. AD, LS, LA, LS, LA. This just gives Claude the basic instructions. Tells it, here's my environment. I'm trying to build an auto-applier that will go to DICE to look up some specific jobs and submit my resume for these jobs. Please follow expressions explicitly. Just give it some context. And the model that we're using is actually Opus 4.5. It's the newest one that just came out for the Pro version, but you can use this on any model in any system. That's kind of the beauty of this system. Analyze the prompt. Now it's requesting a manifest, which is exactly what we want. So then we're going to clear this out. And there's no manifest found because it doesn't exist yet. But if you see, it actually gave the relative path. There we go. All right, so now we're going to go through and answer the questions. Okay, got a few follow-up questions. And it's asking to see if it's there. Please proceed. Alright, so we have the DICE auto-applier, config, DICE client, tracker, and utils. Output, logs, requirements, main. That looks like a very comprehensive setup there. It's main, requirements, readme. Yeah, it looks great. Get ignore. Creating the config. The utils. Okay, created a zip file. Main, config, DICE, tracker, utils. There's all the files. And we need to put it in the demo. Okay. So now we come back here. I'm going to clear this out unless there it is. And we'll clear it again. Okay. Looks like it was able to do it. Extracting and kept it all. So we're going to run. Create a virtual environment. We're going to install the dependencies. All right, so install our dependencies. Copy the environment. Open that up with Notepad. Be able to update the DICE email and password. Make sure it was updated. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and give it a go and see what happens. Okay, everything looks good. Job search, location, minimum salary. Starting Chrome browser. Perfect. Nice, I found that. So we got pretty far, but didn't work. Print the result. Okay, it's trying to look for a password. That makes sense. Yeah. Alright, so the only thing that we have to, let's just replace this one. Here. I'm going to update it in VS Code. Oops. As you can see right here, 630, perfect. Let's try it again. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Ah, there it is. And it's got the filters. The posted date is 1, the filter employment type. Okay. Alright, so we're still doing okay. Here is the okay, looks like we have another DICE client update. Then we need the main apply here. Make sure we're copying it. I'm just pasting this into VS Code. Alright, so now let's try it again. Okay. I think I'll move it over here. Now we can see both this and that. Nice. Found 20 jobs. Now it's going through and applying. Alright, I need to click on next. I'm not going to go through all 20 jobs. 20. I'm going to do the documentation creation guide so that we don't lose any of our work. Okay, so I'm going to put this. Yeah, I'm going to do B. Alright, so it's a decent amount of documentation. Alright, so we're going to do it. Oops. Okay. Yeah, we'll copy that. Okay, we're starting session 2, and I ran out of context during the last session, so I'm going to go ahead and restart with the current one, and this will actually showcase how you can restore this after multiple sessions. So, yeah, we'll pick up. Same thing basically as last time. Again, we're loading the prompt creation file and then the LSLA for both the main and the cloud instructions, and then the PWD to let it know where it's at. Clear that out. Oh, forgot to give it a task. Please. So it's loading in the 8-step framework, and it's using that, and it should ask for that manifest and so on and so forth. So let's do this. There. We'll give it that. And then that. Okay. There we go. All right, so I changed it up slightly because there isn't a virtual environment and I don't want to do the whole thing with that. And so it still should be able to find it just fine. Yep, the forward documents there, request critical files. Okay. No, oh, I forgot about the README. And then main, makes sense. All right, so I'll just copy all of that. Clear it out again. Okay, so finish the context. Here's my understanding, job extraction, use apply, workflow. There we go. We're going to go through this. Okay. Just to show what it does. And this is why it's actually helpful to do software engineering as well. But I'm going to give it all the information that you need. That's 3. And let's see the automation file. I have no idea. Yeah, apparently there's some. Guess that's it. Yeah, that's not there. I don't think that'll work. Okay, perfect. So because I was able to troubleshoot a little bit, so I'm first going to copy it. That makes sense. Okay. It's going to create a backup. Okay. Perfect. Excellent. Now, Oh, there we go. Okay, so yes, a little bit further. And we're going to go and X out of that one. Okay, I was able to pull it from the inspect element. And so looks like that next should work, but it doesn't. So we'll just go ahead and paste it in. All right, nice auto-applier. All right, so that fixing to work, and then we're going to copy that and run it again. There we go. Perfect. But there's definitely more than just one, so we'll go ahead and put the outputs, but we definitely made it further, so that's a good, very, very good thing. The max one was used. So what we'll go and do is do 3, actually. Click on main, max 3, verbose. Okay, perfect. It opened up the first job. Already applied and skipping. All right, now let's make sure it goes to the next one here. Perfect. Data engineer, Python SQL. This actually sounds kind of perfect. Click next. Click submit. Perfect. And let's go ahead and just do one more. AI data engineer. That's interesting. All right, looks like we applied for the 3 jobs. Now it should exit out. And that worked beautifully. So now the next step, to clear this, is we need it for it to follow the documentation. Or the work that we just did. Okay, there we go. And we'll just wait for that to finish. Yep. Identified some documentation needed. I just got to update it. Okay. All right, so it did that to read the documentation. Now it's going to, looks like, update it. All right, so it looks like it has updated some instructions there. Apply those. Looks pretty good. And then it wants to validate. So you can see it's mostly just copying and pasting in order to update the documentation, so that if we come back and change it to where we're actually filtering based on more filters, or want to update the responses, maybe want to tailor the resume according to the job description, we can easily do that. Nope, it looks like it did. Just didn't update the status for open. So it give me some tools to be able to fix that. And verify it. Oops. So definitely did not work. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so the path format did not work. So it does have a fix. And let's just verify it. XML is valid, and then we need to update the manifest. So I'm going to do this one by one. There we go. Perfect. All right, so this is completely complete with the documentation updated, and then it was able to auto-apply. Again, this is just one example of how you can use this system. This was built in about an hour. You can see the time now with the couple breaks that we had. In order to fully build out a Selenium application that automatically logs into Dice, applies, and things like that. This would have normally taken me about a week or so, working part-time on it, maybe about 20 hours, and it did it in 1 hour, with fully fledged out and able to iterate on it in the future as well. Thank you for watching.